Hi guys, today is May 1st, Labour's Day, and salutation to each and every soul that's been working like a clock non-stop 24 hours. But today, before you lose the interest and attention, I'm going to be saying I'll be talking about Paurokarmika's BBMP, waste management staff people. Um, it's an ongoing problem forever and ever and ever because they've been facing injustice from the time I've been going to school, like a college document is whenever it was very easy for us to pick that topic and then make sure we recorded the problems and everything. I'm pretty sure as a student we were not able to get any justice for them, right? We were getting marks by reporting their problems and everything, but now I think we've grown much more, and still only way we can help them is we keep voicing it out, we keep repeating it, and we keep registering that the problem is still not solved. So now it's the same issue, the salary payment issue. But when I asked with upcoming elections connecting it to it, they are not paid for the last 3 months. And if the government has decided not to solve this problem ahead of elections, it means they haven't seen them as a, actual existence itself. If that was an existence, the government would have taken a major step to make sure that people believe that, oh, we are doing something for the troubling, like people who are troubled and everything. But no, this seems like they are not taking them into consideration itself. Because when I asked the people, like the waste management staff members, they said the reason was given is some election is coming up, right? So the funds are not released and they are holding on to something. But what is the funds got to be released for a salary that's 7,000 and 10,000? So the truck drivers who are driving the trucks, you would have seen, they'll be paid 7,000. And who are in the cleaning department, who is in segregating department, dry waste and wet waste, they'll be getting paid 10,000, the ladies and some guys who are there in the segregating department. So if this is not released for 3 months, imagine, it's not like they had been given some lump amount before 3 months that they can survive for the next 3 months. And nowhere in their contract also it's mentioned that you'll be paid in intervals, and this is how it's going to be. Because the driver told me that no, they told that on time, every month on time you'll be getting the salary. So they also get into the job only because they are in the very adverse state, right? And imagine 7,000 or 10,000, 21,000, that's maximum 3 months, and 30,000, right? If they don't get that for 3 months, imagine what's the state. Because my people who are listening to me, or on average basis, most of you will be getting 30,000 per month, right? There'll be one or two who's getting lesser than that. But average basis 30,000 is what you'll be getting in a month, and yet we won't have any 3 rupees or 30 bucks in the end. When we ask, we're like, oh, we're broke and all of that we say. But 3 months these people have to manage just with like pennies, literally. And when I ask what do you actually do, they borrow money on interest, and once this money comes they'll have to just give it back, and yet they're back to zero state, right? And we corporate slaves keep cribbing and all of that, but that's not the problem. Like, even though there's a bank holiday, and then our salary gets credited a day before that, Saturday, Sunday, anything Friday, our salary will get credited. Such kind of like well worst facilities are there for us. We choose to be slaves because of that kind of facilities, right? But here it's not like that. Even though it's a government job, ESI, PF, and all these kind of things are not provided to them on basis. In fact, if you examine, a lot of their work culture will be against the labor laws. It's more or less exploitation. They'll have to wait, and in the morning when they come, I have seen some of the reels making fun of the loudspeakers that they come with. They have to force us to come with the garbage downstairs, or like outside the house to throw it, right? And some people might say, oh, so we pay 30 bucks, 50 bucks. But when they ask for money, people get angry. Actually, I don't know other places, but here people in the neighborhood do get angry. Oh, why should we give? The government has to pay them, they're not paying them on, right? And when they go for protest, nobody even knows that they're protesting, right? So it's our duty to keep voicing it out, and we can pay them unless until they're getting paid. There's nothing wrong in it. The government is not doing the job right, and with the upcoming elections this has to be taken into consideration. And if they're saying elections, that's why we can't release funds, then what about, then we can also throw the garbage like that. Let them not collect it and segregate it, right? Let the city stink, let the city be without any kind of tar. Like, everywhere you should see the tar and everything is like put so good. And our beloved prime minister has to come, then everything is going to be set clean, then every all of those things. But if this group, there are so many groups that's facing injustice, like rag pickers, anything, everything adds on to keeping the city clean, and nobody's ready to do this job otherwise, unless until if it was given some 50,000 or 40,000. I think we will be okay to go with like good equipments with ourselves, like buying some good gloves and good like sanitation kit and everything. We'll be ready to do that job, but nobody is choosing to do, and yet people are choosing to do something. They are not respected, they are not given the right wages and the right facilities, right? There's no like public holiday, anything like that. Contractors also like have to like take a note of it, right? Because the people are going to be affected. The contractors just managers and they also struggle actually, but government can't hear their protest and everything ahead of elections also. Then literally they're not acknowledging their existence is what I feel, because usually ahead of elections all the problems are sorted. Like it's like an offer period. Once in 5 years you have to take an opportunity and make sure everything is done. But this is like real problem. No matter even if it's going to be 20 years later, it's still going to be the same, because waste management is like something that these people don't take into consideration, and somebody who's doing it should be treated like god, right? And but yet the wages are not given properly. So on laborers day, let's think about people who are actually not paid for what they're doing.